Why, hello there, my fellow pirate smugglers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, Episode 33, Raid and Relief. Let's go ahead and deal with the Commerce Raiders and continue to help Kanta. But yeah, that was a good fight. Definitely handled that path base better than I did some of the others. Who are you? Whatever. Too small to care about. Alright, let's see. Sean, you are now still really cooking with money. Quite a lot of credits. Petrable. We're still hazard paying. You do have open industry, but I do think that bolstering our defenses is probably the smart play now, rather than investing in industry. Because pretty soon here, I think Azaroon is going to be turning a profit, and no longer will have to be propped up by Sean. So, you know, we're really moving into a situation where I'm not going to have to, like, go baking rounds constantly, which is really nice. Alright. Heading back home. And I think what I'm going to do is do my own little patrol to make sure that there isn't too many commerce raiders here. The other thing I wanted to check is whether or not it would be even possible, now that I've built a gate, to put another stable point here. So, I don't know the answer to that, but I'd like to find out. Also, while I'm home, I'm gonna go ahead and store... I'm gonna start undemodding, like one ship at a time. So I'll put most of the fleet away, keep, you know, continuing to use the basics, and I want to clear the demods of some of the smaller ships. So I'll take like 3 of them. I'm going to be stripping them down and not building them. They're here for show, really, more than anything. So I'll just give them efficiency overhauls. So they're cheaper to run, but I'm not using them. I'm just removing them from demods. So hence I am not actually raffling them off. I'm just towing them around so that they can get repaired. God, I have a lot of stuff. And if I do end up finding commerce raiders, I can grab some fleets and deal with it. But here's the typical patrol, as you see the patrol that I designed. So this is like a Paragon, Champion, Sunder, Brawler, Drover. That's, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's pretty legit. Having patrolling Paragons is gonna dissuade some annoying, like, nuisance raids. I don't think I can put another staple point in, given the message I just received, that recent antimatter activity, etc. Scab Mechanic, thank you for the resub, dude. What have you been what you been streaming lately? So just to make sure I've done that right, I'll take an alpha core and double check, but I'm pretty sure I can't get another staple point. There was a YouTube comment that like speculated that because I turned one of my staple points into a gate, maybe I'd be able to make another staple point. And I don't know the answer to that, and I had never tried it. But it doesn't look possible. Tournament cheating between Persean League and Tritech? That's not good. You two need to, like, make up quick, because without one another, both of you are going to die. Alright, at least for now, it looks like most of the shortages in my home system have been fixed. Azaroon could use a little bit of organics and food and domestic goods. So I'm going to take a quick shipment of organics, food, and domestic goods over to them, manually. I'll do 2k of each. And then I'll do the same for Kanta. So obviously I'm going to need the storage fleets again. Also, I guess if I'm towing these guys around to remove demods, I might as well add cargo. I mean, I know they don't store much, but it's more than that. You might as well just add them because they're doing nothing else. The other thing I need to make sure is they don't slow me down. Yeah, okay, they're not slow ships. That's good. All right, so I almost have enough space for all of this. If I bring the mule, okay, the mule and I need like one other cargo ship. I just don't think yeah. You know, instead what I could do is just put away the heavy machinery. That makes sense. So I can have 6K of extra stuff. That's not bad. Sazrune, it was you with the shortages? Coming in hot. Do I have a cryo engine to deploy anywhere? So I have a cryo engine already in my high command at Petrol. And I have... Yeah. I wonder if I could put another cryo... I might have a second cryo engine for the Patrol HQ for Azrune. I ought to double check that, because that's entirely plausible. I don't even know. Okay, so I'm definitely going to pay for that in the end of the month, but the thing is, the stability of Azrune just went from like 5 to 8. So yeah, probably a little worth it. Let's check for colony items to make sure I'm not overlooking anything I can employ. That was a very good question, Lancer. So thank you for asking. So taking a look at the colony items, because I really don't check this very often. We have got at our disposal a fusion lamp if I need it, 2 taps, 5 corrupted nanoforges, a synchrotron core. So this is to make fuel on a standalone station or no atmosphere. And then plasma dynamos, which is for gas giants. So this is to produce fuel, and this is to get volatiles. So I do not have another cryarithmetic engine. I, in fact, don't have any colony items that could be employed at this time. But it was a very fine question, all the same. So the other resource stockpile that I wanted to do is to bring stuff over to Kanta's Den. So Kanta only needs... So interestingly, Kanta needs domestic goods, but they won't even pay the necessary price for it, so they need about 800. So I'm gonna bring it over to them at a loss. I know, crazy, right? They need 1,000 organics. I'll bring them over for a small profit, and then they need 2K food at barely any profit margins. It's like if you have shortages, you got to pay for them, right? Because if you don't actually put money up, there's not much point in bringing the stocks. They do need supplies, so I could bring some over. They only need 1750, so I just need enough to be able to sell all of them. And then everything above that is just smuggling. So it doesn't look like there's a good destination for the rec drugs. Barely any destination for the organs. Arconia needs fuel, so I can max out my fuel and sell some of the fuel to Arconia. And then, like, Kanta always needs volatiles. Lugs goods? No. Crew? No. That's about it. Alright. That's my smuggling. So the end of month I owe that much. Got it. So let's get this over to Kanta. Help out their economic situation a little bit. Is that a commerce? No, that's a salvage fleet. I haven't seen anything that looks like commerce raiders around here, but I will keep a close eye to make sure that there are no recent raids messing with our home. So selling unused colony items, I actually don't know the answer to that. If they would make use of it or not. Either way, I don't want to part with them. Because there's a finite number of them, and oh, look! Here's a mercantile convoy of mine bringing stuff over to the core. Because even if I'm not using them now, I could use them in the future. So there's unless I'm like truly strapped for cash and like I'm gonna lose the game unless I sell them, there's really not much of an advantage to part with something that I could use in the future that there is a finite number of in the galaxy, because then I give up the possibility of using that as a benefit ever, unless I buy it back, and I'd buy it back at a much higher price. Who wanted the fuel? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to hold on to the fuel. No one really wants it. Alright, so that I think makes up for the deficit at the end of the month. And then Kanta doesn't have any shortages other than volatiles, which was a manufacturer shortage given the fusion lamp that I gave Kanta, so that's really not much of a problem at all. So, for the first time ever, I am looking for potential operatives, and there's none here. No, I looked. You want me to move 45 units of Rec Drubs to Fezzen, which is a Syndrian Dictat. For that much money? Yeah, no thanks. Do I have any other outstanding missions? Oh yeah, I have that research station. I might want to just go ahead and do that, because hitting up a research station is kind of nice. So I'm going to go do that research station really quick, and have you guys vote on next goal. If you want me to continue trying to earn money to improve my systems, feel free to vote on that. If you want me to change gears, feel free to change your mind. So Petrobel has a bit of a food shortage problem, but it doesn't say it's from local recent raids. Oh no, there is 12% trade fleet lost. Is that also true for Sean? Not true for Sean. So there was a single trade fleet, more or less, that was heading to Petrobel, probably a food relief fleet that got raided. So that's something I can fix once I'm back home. I can never remember where the gate is. Okay, it's in the terrible spot. I'm gonna hack this nav buoy. Not that I need to. Is it time to expand? It could be. I think my passive income could be better. My worlds here are... I mean, my 2 cents is that getting star fortresses on my 3 planets here and then making sure to fill up all the industries is probably smarter before I start moving on to new planets, because the planets are not truly an economic benefit to me just yet, because they can be messed with so easily. So it's not a predictable source of income. So we want to make it more of a predictable source of income before settling new planets. Because if you put too many eggs in, you know, I only have so many eggs to put in baskets. And if I spread them out too thin, we get stomped too easily. Alright, the relief for Azaroon. I can pay out of pocket, or for Petrobel rather. Wow, that's a lot of organics. Oh, okay, they are definitely getting raided recently. Yep, so there's commerce raiders around, and I'm going to have to deal with that. Certainly. I'm surprised they can't defend themselves. This commerce raid fleet must be pretty capable. Because yeah, here's like an Ascendancy detachment. It doesn't seem all that weak, in my opinion. Alright, so organics are 10 to 2. It's still food and domestic goods, and I can run them over now. And if I spot the commerce raiders, I don't have a fleet that could deal with them right at this moment, but I can be ready to jump them if I sight them. Hanging out of pocket kind of sucks. And this is exactly what I'm referring to, is like the planets that I have are just not self-sufficient enough to truly support themselves, and they need aid regularly in order to be propped up. And I don't want that to be the case, because as soon as I settle something else, then I'm going to have to split my attention between two systems. Yeah, the problem with the Commerce Raiders, yes, is that my defense fleets will ignore them as a result of them appearing friendly. You were right about that. Alright, colony info. Yeah, the immediate problems have been resolved, but it cost me all of the money that I had made. I'm actually going to overrule chat here. I want to deal with the Commerce Raiders more. They're going to continue to be a problem, and if I don't actually deal with them, there'll be a thorn in my side that will be crippling our progress. So let's go ahead and try to make Tritech bow, in other words. Luddic Church blockade of Zwan, which is interesting because last I checked, Zwan's getting attacked by Remnant. So that's got to be a little weird. One of the disadvantages of the system that is settled here is really big. So it means spotting anything is a little difficult. So there could be Commerce Raiders that I just haven't spotted. Yeah, okay. I think I have a notion that they're over here. Okay, so Tumora's... Yep, this is definitely a Commerce Raid fleet. Alright, let's go retool and take them out. And yes, my available credits sucks. Well, how much in debt are we? Only 15k? But Sean has dropped enough due to the commerce rating to no longer be above 5, which really hurts profits. Alright, it is time to store this S-modded ship. I'm going to take the other one that I just removed all the demods on, this Sunder. Which means that we have another giveaway for these 2 new ships that I'll field for the first time. So, raffle timer's up for them. And then I'll take the 2 Legions and the monitors that we had fixed up. So it's a rather big fleet. And I don't mind going in debt, because it's a future, it's an investment in our long-term future, right? To have to destroy these Commerce Raiders regularly and prove to Tritech we aren't to be trifled with. So I'll incur more debts for that purpose. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so here's the 2 new ones. They need to be refitted because they're empty. So I'll start with an auto fit of assault, and then I'll make adjustments. So auto pulse later with Sabo. Can we do better than that? Plasma cannons. Yeah, let's do plasma cannon instead of resistant flux. Maybe stabilize shields? I don't know. It's good enough. Oh, forget the light needlers. Put in Vulcan. Point defenses. IR pulse lasers. Can we do better than that? Ion beam. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the idea of this being a beam ship. energy beam ship. But I don't know if I have the beams for it. Grav beam. And the center beam, another grav beam? I mean, that'd be weird. Oh, high intensity laser, and then grav beams. And then an ion beam. Alright, I like this design a little bit more than the last one. And then instead of Sabo, I'm just gonna go with, let's see. Trying to make this one, like, design nice, because it has all these S mods that are built in, which is nice. So, where is the... It's at the top. Advanced optics. And that will help with the range. Hardened shields. Okay. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Then the other one, the hammerhead. I'll start with an autofit of balanced. And I like nothing about it, so I'm going to strip it all off. I don't even know why I'm like trying to build it as if they can build decently at themselves. So what is this thing going to be doing? Let's see, Reapers. So the one problem is I don't have a lot of good medium ballistic weapons to even field. I should probably start manufacturing them because that's going to be a continual thorn. Because medium ballistics, the ideal medium ballistic, I mean, dual flak's really strong. Heavy needlers is okay. Maybe, and flak and heavy needlers maybe is probably my best bet. Dual flak in the front for these seems like not efficient to me. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So, what can we give you? Integrated targets. And maybe armored weapon mounts? That raises armor by 50. What would be heavy armor? Yeah, I'll do heavy armor. To be named. That was a YouTube suggestion to call them to be named until. Alright, I like them. So we got our fleets. I'm still a little crew under. Take a little bit more crew, and then we're gonna go raiding. Cannot wait. Looks like a pretty strong fleet. Alright, giveaway time. So we've got Requiem. You're going to be my new Sunder. And then Cathodon. It's going to be the new Hammerhead. Alright, looks like there's debris here. Oh no, is that the fleet? Yeah, that's the fleet. Chasing my mining fleet. Cowardly. Alright, I don't want both of the legions deployed together. So let's deploy the new ships, see what they're made of. Pairing them with the pirates. And then maybe the monitors? Yeah, that's a good deployment. I'm gonna have everyone defend comm relay alpha. Or assault it, and then defend it. So comm relay alpha is where we are going to rally. Same sort of tactics as before, where we hold defensive ground so that we can reinforce more quickly. Taking out a bulk of their forces and then cutting through. I'm excited to see what they can do. Belgarian, thank you for the resub. Alright, so we got that comms. I have 40 points. So 1, 2... There we go. So, even more ships coming in. The Romans are like, oh, yep, I maybe not want to do that. they're really not engaging much at all. Alright, so we definitely have a front here. Establishing, which is good. Allows me to maneuver a little bit more easily. Yes! I was hoping that that wouldn't get away from me. Let's get the suppression griffin out of the way if we can. Although I bet it's just going to back up and lurk, slink away, preventing me from finishing it off. Because that's what they typically, yep, that's what they're doing. Oh, I'm not gonna miss that opportunity. Those torpedoes were spot on, slamming into that Falcon. Alright, did lose an Eradicator, but I don't have the deployment points to replace it just yet. We're at -19. There goes another Enforcer. So what is destroying them? They have a lot of stuff on the left here. So I'm going to have to move over after I finish with this Falcon to go support the left side. Alright, that Falcon is gone. I wasn't even the one that finished it. Moors are going to be kind of annoying to deal with because they like to turtle. Yep, there he's already turtling. And that Griffin is doing its suppression squall BS. But the losses that we were suffering over here are... they halted. So I'm going to try to take out the Mars, but it's a battle of patience because of the way they turtle. And because it has so much support around it, it's going to be really hard to finish it off. It might not even be a good target. I might want to focus on the weaker stuff. Unless they make a grave miscalculation. Now, this one might have gravely miscalculated. It got too close and it doesn't have enough support around it. Yeah, and it's running. I think it realized what it did. I don't know if it will come back. We'll see. I bet it retreats. I damaged it pretty grievously. That Lasher got a little uppity. Don't know what he was thinking. Let me rush the Paragon! Yeah, good luck with that. Alright, Sunder's disabled. That allows me to deploy a few more things. So they have a bunch of harassing omens over here. And the Sunder. I can help deal with that. Oh, I fortressed it and it still overloaded me. That's annoying. Luckily, they're not really in a position to take advantage of my overload. Like, no one even was around. So, I'm gonna vent. I think what I need to do is, well, let me try to keep this Eradicator on. Is to focus on a singular target and just punch them out. Because they are... Their tactics right now is to just, like, build up flux and then dip behind their support. Oh, I got that more good, though. Where they can disengage, drop their flux, and hide behind teammates because they have superior numbers. So I just need to murder one at a time overwhelmingly when they misstep. So that original Mora that I was toying with has just retreated. I just saw that in the feed. Tabard. Oops. Overswung. Yeah, they're losing number. They fared really well initially because they came really hard on my flank, but now they're floundering. I bet that Mora will fully leave the battle. Which leaves the Griffin, the Drover, the Fuhrer. Actually, is that leaving? The Heron? It might be. Moore is definitely trying to get out. Might be able to zero flux chase it down. But even then, if it's backed up by a Heron, it's going to be a little harder to kill. Oh, no, apparently won't be. Did the Hyperion shoot me in the butt? I think it probably did. I don't know why I'm missing armor in the rear right side. I'm assuming it's the Hyperion. We have a lot more deployment points. And let's go full assault. I caught a Reaper there? Yeah, I think when I was panning all the way up to kill the Mora, I caught a Reaper because I couldn't see it. It looks to be about the level of Reaper damage. And it's probably from this little guy. This Hyperion has been very annoying because it jumps away every time I damage it. Although its armor damage is catching up with it. So, taking a look. I'm here, maybe catching up with these two ships. The Drover and the Griffin. It's probably where I'm needed most. Closest. Hey, Dew Village. How's it going, man? Oh, shoot. No, this thing needs to die. I raised my shields, but my shields didn't raise in the right section when I saw the torpedo, so it was too late. And it blew out before I could react. What I'm trying to do is lure it so that I overwhelm it all at once really quick. Oh, I didn't quite get it. Alright, enemies defeated. Do I want to back out now? I think I will, because what I can do is I can chase them down. So, harry the retreat. Recover my ships. Recover their S-modded ships, which is all of them. And pick through the wreckage. Oh, they want me to actually fight this one out. Okay. I'm gonna pick better. There we go. And this is gonna be a full assault, because we really have the upper hand here. But all in all, yeah, this commerce rating has been good. The fight has been going well. Now the thing is, and I'm gonna poll you guys about that while I fight this. Should I go on the attack against Tri-Tac? So, in order to make Tri-Tac realize the error of their ways, I can start attacking Tri-Tac's trade caravans, trade fleets, in order to raise my progress, to tell them to leave me alone. So the question is, should I start attacking their trade fleets to tell them not to mess with me? Or should I just be on the defensive? Just being on the defensive means I have to, like, go up against their commerce raiders, but going on the attack means I can just raid their trade fleets and have them leave me alone as a result. 2.5 minutes on that, but it does look like you guys have kind of made up your mind. What's unfortunate is, like, the AI in this game isn't smart enough to realize the only way for their long-term survival is to team up with me. It's really too bad that there isn't that level of, like, diplomacy, because no person in the right mind in Tritac's position would ever mess with me in this situation that they're currently in, a dire apocalyptic level of them being pushed into extinction. So it's very, I wish that there was more complexity and nuance to the diplomacy here, because obviously my reputation with Tritac is quite positive. I've only ever been a help to them, and I'm their main trade partner, so why raid me? Like, you know, it doesn't really make sense. Pursue, second in command, we'll put the legions in. It's expensive, but it gives me the most ship recovery. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, which originally streamed live on Twitch, August 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.